this could be a total waste of time for you, because if you're at it, it could be a total waste of time for you. Because this idea of what I'm about to attempt today, I have a feeling I could be able to make it work. Like, I understand what would make it work well, but that doesn't necessarily mean you be able to make it work. It is time for us to making use of the mod with all of its fancy. If I'm gonna this is the only way I'm gonna be able to I'm trying to work out how I would be able to make less things stick to, but then unstick from you when I want them to rotate. This is going to be less you. I guess the first thing that I should do is actually my brain will be able to operate less Rubik's cubes once I can actually see you eat a Rubik's cube. And you know that has helped. Not only does this look I'm really tempted to actually leave, because being able to see through and see all the mechanisms will be very obvious in that. But also, it genuinely has helped me picture you and envision how this thing is actually you. You see, a Rubik's Cube is actually quite challenging in the way that it functions. So we have this. Those are all the moving parts of a Rubik's Cube. So all we need to do is build up the pivoting mechanism of each one of these faces here. And then we need to make sure, and this feels like a good time to mention, that I am not the spin mechanism. I don't apologize for that terminology. That should be arrogant. So this assaults rotational bits. Okay, so when I hit this button right here, we should get a 90-degree spin of you, which that has worked perfectly, and then when I flick in the opposite direction. Okay. Well, I mean, that's good. That is you. Now, to make this central block stick to all of the other correct tiles that need to move, I'm going to be using that's the perfect name for them. Now, what these do is they stick to things. Things get a little bit more complicated when you realize that these also need to with it. But then when we rotate this pivot, these then need to rotate. Do you see the issue? There's like conflict. And the way that I'm going to solve that for the time being is just by not thinking it, and then that can be what I want to work on now. Is I'm going to be doing that using buff the face that is going to be, and I'm going to send the signals through to the Rubik's Cube, making use of these which are fantastic. So in theory, I've just said this is not working. That is exciting. And using the tiny stone I've also added in. So now we have anti-clockwise and clockwise link up all of the other sides of and I think we can all agree the internals of this Rubik's Cube are starting to look rather cool indeed. But now I've arrived at the future me problem. I've just put the redstone links next to the little, and I've linked up the switch with the line on your mouse, and nothing has to go on the This could work. So what we should get is a stick, a spin, and then an unstick. Are we ready? I forgot to make the visa again. I am absolutely wow. So a stick, spin, unstick. Wow. Oh, I did it! That actually, yeah. Well, yes, now absolutely. You know, I don't really know what. Goodness gracious me. Now, I haven't connected up the other just yet, but it's actually going to be that difficult. You know, we might just not be on the home straight now. So obviously, so far, all I've done is hooked up one of the unit. Now I have to hook up units of their inputs and make sure that everything is working correctly there. And with the inputs all sorted, now it's time to do all of the stickers, which it's just glue, place a block, glue, place a block. Then we need all of the redstone links in place, and I think I've finally learnt one. And now we should see every single element of this thing fully working and fully spinning in both directions. Honestly, oh! Damage! And it's all but that's now all skiffled. Only to find yet more but now they're all skiffled. And now this thing is pretty I am now ready, and I have to say, I'm getting this again. And rightly so. You see, I've been for around about an hour, And then I realised a fatal flaw. I have based all of on the colour of the tube. Yeah, this redstone contraption will only when the Rubik's Cube is it correct. It's solved. Okay? There's the redstone signal from this system. And it can exit. Oh dear. I'm leaving. I'm going to work on this in silence for a while and see if I can fix it. Yeah. This is... Yeah. Now you have my... Now you have my... We could be onto a winner here. You know what? I'm going to be confident and say we are onto a winner. Our system is so much more simple than the first one that I came up with. I'm actually a little bit place. There are two things that I've done here. The first problem that I solve, and that is solved by having a problem that stays in the same place. So the problem does not move around. It is not a moving part. It's designed specifically so that it can always power this problem. So no matter what colors are on the face of problem, all of the correct things are going to get powered. The second problem that I solved is the sticky piston isn't attached to the block. You can move the block independently of the piston. And for some reason, I assume this was the case with the stickers. Stuck to these white right here. I assumed that if you moved these white blocks, which now that I say it, sounds really stupid because it's literally called a Redstone Man at heart, and I think in terms of no excuse. So it was me realising that when I blocks will move, but if I move by like 100%, and what I've ended up with is really quite a simple and elegant looking. This looks super. I mean, just look at this thing. That's gonna be the thumb. That's definitely the thumbnail. It's gorgeous. But the question is, are we now as a? And the answer is say I've actually built Super Cube in Minecraft. If everything is in it properly, all of the distance are working together. Now that is not so. Yes, you know there were multiple moments, but I've done it. I've actually done it. Completed, and look, this is me solving it. And this is me in your voice in a time lapse. I'm totally not playing the time lapse. Nope, definitely not doing that. Definitely did not play that time lapse. Server. And yeah, no, I don't really think I'll go on the internet. That people don't go on the internet. I think it goes without saying, I'm absolutely obsessed with this thing. It is muscle. It's so cool. It's definitely my favourite I've ever made. It's a little and if you want to go away and solve it, and then post videos of you solving the that would be fantastic. It would be nice to see someone actually solve it, and not that I didn't actually solve it, but it would still be cool to see someone actually solve it. And on that note, I think it's time to end. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next video. See ya!